Todd Boehly should get on his knees and start kissing anything which even remotely resembles Thomas Tuchel's ass, because bringing the German back is the only decision he can make which will somewhat appease a furious Chelsea fanbase. Even for a club that's infamous for pulling the plug on a manager too early, winning Pochettino right after things finally looked like they were gelling really does take the cake. At this stage, it almost feels like the ownership is hellbent on self-sabotage. Yes, they've spent a lot of money, but it's been too reckless to allow for any semblance of team balance. This isn't bloody Football Manager. Molding a bunch of talented youngsters into a side that can compete with the best teams on the planet is much easier said than done, particularly when experienced members of the squad such as Azpilicueta, Kante and Kovacic all left behind a huge void in the dressing room. Getting to a Carabao Cup Final, an FA Cup semi-final, in which by the way they were robbed by Michael Oliver, and 6th place in the league with kids is a very respectable return. Let's not forget they finished 12th in the season before, and had just one win in 7 to kick this campaign off. Thereafter, their form has been that of a top 4 side. In fact, if they'd beaten Aston Villa at home, a game they went on to lose 1-0, they'd quite literally be 4th, with Villa dropping down to 6th, which just goes to show you how fine the margins at play are. The reason for getting rid of Poch beggars relief too. As per The Athletic, Chelsea sporting directors had the 2025 World Cup in mind, and wanted to make sure they had someone in who'd stick around till then. Firstly, no one gives a fuck about that tournament. Things might change with how much they've revamped it, but I bet 90% of people watching this video don't even remember City lifting the trophy in December. Secondly, no one can predict what's gonna happen in a year. It's entirely possible that the next man they hire is a complete dud, and then they'll be forced to make another managerial appointment before this competition they appear to be obsessed with. The worst part of all this is, Chelsea's best players have all been full of praise for Poch during their 5-match winning run. They were constantly telling the press how they'd run through a brick wall for him, yet now all of a sudden, he's gone. If you look at Chelsea's defeats, the majority of them were down to wasteful finishing or huge individual errors at the back, something which a manager can do little about, and is expected from a group still finding their feet in English top-flight football. In the long term, Poch could have built something special, but I guess we'll never know. Before ending, I do want to point out that Poch is far from a perfect manager. Questions persist over his ability to get his sides over the line and win silverware, and that's a big reason why I always felt he's a poor fit for a club like Chelsea, who've been all about winning through hook or crook for the past 2 decades. However, the sheer injustice of the situation leaves a bitter taste in the mouth, and I hope he gets another job very soon, because I do enjoy watching his sides in action. Do let me know if you agree with this take down below, and I'll catch you in the next one, folks. Peace.